You guys wake up. You are in a very, very nice room. It shows you guys each laying in a separate bed with your doors cracked open, and you hear classical music being played. It sounds like from the other room. Very
Okay.
posh looking rooms. Etc.
I'll go check it out.
You go over. You when you get out of bed, you seem to be in striped pajamas. They're like not the kind of stripes you're used to, not the prison stripes, but you know they're top to bottom.
Oh shit! Now what?
they're the top to bottom stripes. There's slippers nearby if you'd like to put them on as well, or you go barefoot on the plush carpeting.
I'll put my slippers on. I'm not a beast.
All right. There's also a dressing gown if you'd like to put that on.
No.
No,
I'm not feeling that saucy today.
No. There's also well, anyway, there's all kinds of like I'm rich accoutrements and shit. You go over and open the door, and in the main room of the suite is a small orchestra playing. Pete, what are you doing?
Yes, I was going to get up and put my slippers and dressing gown on.
No problem.
Is it silk, woolen, cotton?
Silk. Well, it's silk-ish, if not silk.
Okay.
You guys look over at each other. You recognize the room. You're in the Helton, Pete. Now that you're awake, the orchestra finishes their number, packs up, and leaves. The butler bows to you and says, "Breakfast, gentlemen?"
Yes, thank you.
He summons the cook who begins setting up stuff, and a couple of waiters come and set a table in your room. The look on Doc Fulton's face is like, he looks a cross between angry and constipated this morning.
Good morning, Doc.
I need to murder someone.
Do you now?
Everybody stops just briefly and then continues with their duties.
That makes me feel so much better.
All right, wait till the staff have gone.
No problem. Eventually, you guys, if you would like, you can take coffee on the veranda or tea. It's basically like a balcony, so you can overlook the white smoke-plumed town of Gothic San Angeles.
They keep bringing me back here, and I keep escaping.
Yeah, I wasn't here. Well, I did not finish here previously either. So.
No, I'm always finished here. I just want to go somewhere else. But
yeah, I finished up somewhere else where I don't know where it was because I went there and suddenly disappeared before I got to see what it was.
From the amount of racket on the road with the horses and people yelling at each other and stuff like that, and all the normal things you would expect in like a 1900s London type of setup, even in the posher district.
Was there a broadsheet with breakfast?
Of course, it was ironed.
Lovely.
Yes.
How much
has myself?
Lovely. Has much time passed?
No. Probably less than a month.
Okay.
You're looking for the room price, yes. This is an expensive room, but how often do you have that a small orchestra as your alarm clock, right?
Yes.
But so you guys have, what I was going to say is you guys have enough security, because I know the first half hour to an hour will be the informational exchange. Okay. So you guys have plenty of drinks to hand, relative comfort, and pretty good security. You've gotten all of these staff to go about different duties elsewhere in the hotel.
Okay.
Well, if we're gonna drink out on the veranda or coffee, I needed to have Faye's up, so now we can go up there just fine. I'm just worried about, yeah, you know how that is.
Oh, shit. By the way, a quick side note for Chris. You're not sure if it was a dream or a cutscene or what in the fuck happened, but you could call it a vision if you want. Okay? But
Yeah.
here's what happened, and I apologize to Pete for the repeat.
That's okay. I wasn't sure if Chris had heard this before or not.
The scene opens with the princess, you recognize as Princess Danny, with an elderly lady retainer whom you recognize as Pete knows her name. I don't. The older lady retainer goes, "Won't you give up on this foolishness, Princess Danny?" Princess Danny looks up from a painting of a portrait of Alex Kinley toward the camera as the music swells. "He'll come for me, oh, he'll come for me." The camera pulls back as Princess Danny begins dancing around, revealing all of the walls are covered with pictures of Alex Kinley. "He romanced me, he wants me. There's only one man for me, and that's Alex Kinley." Princess Danny approaches the four-poster bed and begins working one of the posts suggestively. "He's coming to me, oh, he's coming in me. Soon you'll see, oh, soon you'll see. There's only one dashing prince for me, and that's Alex Kinley." The matron gasps and looks shocked. Princess Danny grinds a bit on the bedpost. "I know because he loves me, And she goes over to the window and crooks a finger at a bluebird, which chirps happily at her. "I've secretly had his baby." The matron faints in the background. The bird tweets at her and moves toward her singing, and it's a happy song, and bang, gunshot. Princess Danny spasms and slumps out the window. The camera pans down to show blood dripping down the stonework. There you go.
That's why you need to cast phase before you fucking go out on the veranda.
Here's your card for that.
Well, we knew that was going to happen eventually, because, yeah.
Yep.
He mutters darkly. He looks cheerier now that he's had his vision.
A little bit of murder in the morning, makes you feel better about life.
Perks you up.
Yeah. I don't know why. It just warms my heart.
Yes, that's 2 sessions Logan has gotten open with a musical. And what's really great is watching the expression of the new guy who had no idea who any of those people were, nor why the fuck he was seeing a musical. Oh, yeah.
All right. I understand that you released the sleeper.
Yeah, the sleeper has awoken.
Yeah, so
I hear that spice, is something good for everybody.
Blue eyes.
Something about it expanding consciousness and shit. I don't know. Whatever.
So he had blue eyes, did he?
No.
No, he didn't. Okay. I was half expecting him to have blue eyes. Had you looked into Ollie's father at all before releasing him?
No.
I see.
Was I supposed to?
Well,
it seemed like the right thing to do and the tasty way to do it, so I did it. It destroyed the Shadow Academy, so to me that was that was a plus.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's destroyed or just disconnected. Yeah, all right, so you had no idea why he was actually bound?
Hold on. Because he was really good at magic, and he actually was the creator of the Shadow Academy as well.
Okay.
I believe he can make bubble dimensions. I can tell that this was the fucking day that I was like barely awake.
That's when you make your best decisions. Put the sphere in the thing there. Yes.
No, wait, no, that was a solo day for me, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Neither do I. Well, whatever.
All this work has made your brain softer.
Yes, it has.
Okay, so So apparently, so he created the Shadow Academy and can make bubble dimensions interesting.
Yeah, the Shadow Council. So the Shadow Council made him make the Shadow Academy. And the Shadow Council also then bound him because he didn't want to continue doing work for them. I believe that's what happened.
Okay.
Can I make a memory roll on this, Logan?
Sure, if you want. Did you freeze up, Chris? Chris froze up. That's what you get for trying to make a memory roll.
Yep, he's completely locked.
Yep. Die, internet, die. No memory roll for you.
And he's never heard from again.
That worked out rather well.
Oh, and he's back.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what the funny part is? That entire time I heard everything you guys said.
Nice.
Like everything. Like the video was going and everything. I'm like, what the fuck? Fucking crappy internet here. I want to punch things. All right. Memory. I got my memory well.
It was kind of like that. You're not sure if the guy tried to quit or if the Shadow Council just bopped him on the head and dragged him off and said, "You are belong to us now."
Okay.
But there was also something about threatening the guy's daughter and stuff. Essentially, the more you guys are finding out about the Shadow Council, etc., they are not nice people.
Also, do you know what more do you know about the White?
In regards to the Immaculate Conception.
Yeah. The Pinocchio effect.
Yeah, Mildred's girlfriend, Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
And the good white and the bad white, or the gas and the bass. And Boston, and Mildred gave me a rundown, so I got a Mildred briefing.
Right, that's why I was asking you what you knew if you needed to know more information.
Yeah. So basically, apparently, you guys she got slipped a note or something that was from her girlfriend saying, "Don't look into it." She became Batgirl. So you caught a security guy for the bad ass and interrogated him and found out stuff about the Boston headquarters, but apparently they don't know where Mildred's girlfriend is. We debated about going to Boston, but decided it was going to be a dead end, so we didn't worry about it.
Oh, really?
Based on a critical memory roll that Mildred made, and the gods telling her so.
Okay. I do know that
not necessarily a dead end, but we could take them out, in which case take out the bad guys, but it was more the case that they didn't know where her girlfriend was, so there wasn't really going to be any information there of use.
Well, here is the security codes to the mainframe of the White, in case you ever come across that. Here's the security codes. We got them from. That was the guy that I did the Indigo interrogation on. He was actually the head of their security.
Oh, okay.
Did she tell you about what indigo interrogation is?
No, she didn't mention anything about that.
Okay, so I've developed a way that I can basically ask questions of people of a different that are influenced by different AI by making small cuts on them, making small cuts on me, and having the nanites from purple invade their body.
Yep.
And then I force my will upon them, and I get 10 questions, but then they die horribly.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I'll try to.
Yeah, Madeline. Yeah, she didn't tell me anything about that. But
All right, I'll try to teach you some of this.
all right.
Oh shit! I think I might have taught you something.
I'll teach you, but I have to charge.
By the way, I don't have my nanites, my bugs with me at the moment.
Oh no,
these are the ones that are present in your blood.
Oh, okay. As opposed to the actual bugs. I wasn't sure if you meant the bugs or the actual
nanites. I don't use those either right now because I don't want them to go bye-bye. So they're in red carpet.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I haven't brought them across here either.
Right,
did you actually make your teaching roll, Chris?
Yes, I did. Now I just need to make the actual other roll. I gotta look to see where I wrote that down.
So close.
All right, so
I have an assistant reroll as well if you need it.
There you go.
All right. Do you have any skill? You don't have any skill plus cards, do you?
Let me double check. I'll play. Let's see. I've got an assistant +5. I can play on you.
Oh, I have a assistant 10. That's why.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, just the +5 I got.
All right, hold on one second. I know what I can do here. I do have a Happy Pie. Everybody draws one card.
You guys want to make this happen. Nice.
Most as fun as trying to dance.
Oh, and also after you get done teaching this to him, both of you can make an evidence analysis roll on something else that comes to mind, whether it's true or not, or whether it's correct or not. I'm not going to say, but it's one of the multitude of possibilities. Oh.
Yeah, all right, get rid of the nutter. Yeah, there's something I want to ask you about the vision/dream as well, Logan. That.
Okay, let's do that after Chris gets done with his roll, and then I get done with your next thing.
I just mentioned it just in case I forget.
I'm going to remember anything.
All right. And he's locked up again, but he can probably still hear us.
I will play the.
His internet sucks at cock.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's so angry right now.
Plot dildo.
All right.
Are you playing the big black plot dildo, or is your internet the big black plot dildo?
Yeah, I'll give you
the internet is.
Okay. Well, look at the bright side of things. After you get enough money together and get a new place, Chris, then you can get good internet, and then you can have it throttled because you're not in a state with net neutrality. Cool. Huh?
Yay! No, I didn't make it.
I'll play an assistant reroll on you.
Hooray!
And a assistant +5 on you.
Hooray! Well, you try once a day.
You'll know.
Yeah.
Okay, now the evidence analysis roll for both of y'all.
The rolls are not with me today, I can tell. Oh, I made it though.
Good.
Yeah, make it.
You guys are thinking if there's nanites in your blood, if you ever choose to stop serving indigo, you may actually just suffer a fucking horrible death right there and then. But it is one way to get clear of indigo as well.
Yeah, well, that was my understanding, was that the only way to get clear of one of the colors was to pretty much die.
Or get a complete blood transfusion.
Yeah, assuming that none of them have dug their way into your organs and stuff. Sure.
Yeah.
When you
be present in an EMP. So EMP, boom. They're so small they'll be destroyed.
Yeah.
Or a large magnet, and they'll slowly pull out of your body.
Oh, that
Not
couldn't be
necessarily. It
good.
depends on what they're made of.
Mm,
Although
sure.
Indigo did
Metal.
seem to be interested in metal.
Right. I know they're going to be
So-
made of metal. At least these ones, because these are the ones that are in me are primitive.
Yeah.
It shows.
So what
it
you would
shows
do is
the-
you'd go get an MRI while you're in red carpet, so that way you'd slowly heal while they were pulled out of you with a magnet.
I was just imagining the funny scene of Chris trying to go through a metal detector at the airport and goes through and it beeps and he takes off his belt and his change and it beeps and he takes off his cuffs and the beeps and then it shows him going through naked holding his junk and it beeps and he's like, they're like too much metal in your body. Yeah. So you were asking about some other stuff?
Yes,
Pete?
the vision/dream. Something that occurred to me after the fact, because I
Mhm.
didn't know that the king had died, was were they dressed in mourning when she got shot?
Negative.
Right. Because that was something I wasn't sure of, whether or not he died before or after she was shot.
Oh.
I thought the impression I got from when we went there was that he died before she was shot.
Oh.
Oh,
Right.
Have you ever experienced in your lifetime anything from... Hold on. Before I say anything else.
Whatever you do, Chris, when you're thinking hard, don't become absolutely still while you're thinking hard because we think
No,
that
I
you
think
died
he's
again.
potentially writing you a message to clarify something with you.
Oh no, that's fine. I was just worried if he became completely still.
Oh,
That,
you think
he's
he's
dead, right?
yeah.
Actually, I can. So I have all memories that the doc had from the past, correct?
Blurry through a dirty window, seeing things out of a dirty window. Good morning, Snookums.
Good morning, man.
Shut up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah, but see, I know enough about that. So, have you ever heard of anything called or run into anybody from Amber at all?
No.
Okay. So there's a thing that I've now encountered, because now I know it's true, is that there's something called trump cards, and they exist because I walked through one a little while ago. I used one.
Part of Route 66?
No, it was in the Shadow Academy, actually.
Okay.
It was a large, quote unquote, it was a large painting, and I was able to focus my essence and go through it.
Okay. So you're talking about the old library or the lighthouse?
The old library.
Okay. Yeah, I could never enter into that one.
So there's another one.
The look on Chris's face, like when Pete's like,
So-
this one or this one? Which do you prefer? He's like, "Huh."
So basically that's how Mildred and I escaped the dungeons. In the dungeons, somebody engraved the lighthouse here in this town, using it in a wall, and so we were able to activate it and pass through.
What dungeon? Where?
In the Shadow Academy, there's the dungeon where you get sent if you're naughty.
Wait a minute, Pete. Are you saying that answers to questions that he has may be located in a place that you no longer have access to? Oh.
Speaking of the Shadow Academy, do you have the 4 pages that I cut out of the book about the ghost dance? Or are they there still as well? They were in my waterproof bag, which I believe you got.
Mm-hmm.
There was
Which means they're in red carpet, because I had that bag with me
beautiful.
when I was transported out.
That's all right, just as long as we know where they are, as I don't know of any other copies of that book. I had to break into the restricted section to get those pages.
Oh, fuck me running. Where's that lighthouse?
It's down the beach over there. It's a one-way journey. It was a one-way jaunt. Basically, we had to focus ourselves on it for a bit and try and assert our will, and Mildred actually managed to do it, and as she stepped through, I grabbed hold of her and she pulled me through with her. Yeah, it's a lighthouse on the beach down there.
Is there anything we're doing directly right now?
Drinking tea.
Okay.
If you mean bigger than that, not really. I mean, there's lots of things we could look into, but I think the Shadow Academy is one of the things I was interested in potentially looking further into.
Okay. Let's go to the lighthouse.
Yes, because actually I learnt something that I'm curious to see if it will work there. Did you after the Shadow Academy went bye-bye, did you get kicked out and appear anywhere in particular?
Here.
Okay, as in you woke up in bed or something? Or...
No, we popped out because I brought the daughter with.
Okay, you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was curious about what happened with Ollie. All right.
And she went off with him. Like, he gave me a boon and then popped away. Like, gone.
Okay.
He's like, peace out, bitch, and left.
Okay. I'm assuming you used Ollie to remove one of the bindings.
No.
Okay. That was my supposition that Mildred and I found him, but unfortunately we phased out of existence shortly after finding him and checking out a few things. But yes, when we
no, part of it was using her because she needed to be safe or something, or
yeah, one of the bindings was emotional, and we suspected that we'd need Ollie for that one, so we'd have to take Ollie there. All right, so yeah, that's all right. I was curious if our suspicion was correct. All right, have you checked to see if you could get back to the Shadow Academy via the other gates? The two gates.
The one in the sewers. No, I haven't actually. I haven't. We've been busy running around red carpet and making sure that I had a movie deal and whatnot.
Yep. Do you know about the gate downstairs here that links to the Shadow Academy? I'm not sure if you worked that one out or not, because we hadn't crossed paths since. And so where my bag was, that door, there was a gate behind it.
The black door?
Yes. But
and
it was time locked, and it only opened at night.
And where did that go to?
The smoking room downstairs, which is why I've got a room here. There's some sort of ward or something on the smoking room that makes people not want to go in there. Except for us, as in, I've got no problem. We had no problems going there. But yeah, of an evening, in the smoking room, there's a freestanding partition and the gate's behind that. So we did not get a chance to check it out after I found out the Shadow Academy had gone to see whether or not it was there.
We could do that right now, couldn't we?
It only exists at night.
I'd still like to go check the lighthouse.
Yep.
So, shall we away?
Yeah, because I now know how to identify gates.
Oh, nice. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and something you might find of use. I've got these goggles that allow you to see magic.
Where did you get these?
The Shadow Academy.
Excuse me.
You are so lucky I can't teleport Loken, because I would fucking hit you in the dick right now.
God damn, I love it. Oh, so much fun.
Yeah, they were very useful for like checking out the sleeper, etc.
Chris just
And
fucking nods.
unfortunately, I had no way of putting them somewhere safe and passing them on to people. So
Oh, have you been back to red carpet lately or no?
yes, a couple of times, but nothing dramatic. One time I was there, we had to film a couple of days episodes of Handy, and then I got arrested by the police for space. I keep forgetting what that damn word is. Spousal. Thank you. Spousal abuse on Mildred.
I'm sure she deserved it.
No, she punched a hole in the wall when we found out about her girlfriend. Somebody came, saw the hot wall, and saw Mildred carrying on. Got the wrong idea, and then Mildred started having fun, and yeah, it just spiraled out of control from there.
As so many things in this fucking campaign do.
And we also went there and bought some gear for desert survival, but didn't do anything there besides just sneaking there, grabbing gear, and coming back.
Oh, and you mentioned, did you do this? You did the Route 66 thing because you said something about Route 66. Did you complete it?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys can talk about that freely if you wish.
Okay.
Yes.
You've both done it.
And Mildred and I both walked it. We appeared elsewhere, however, we blacked out as soon as we appeared.
Fuck.
So we don't.
Continue, please. Sorry.
No, you're right.
What was the motherfuckity fuck part about?
I'm writing. You can continue, Pete. Sorry.
No, you're right. Yeah, so we blacked out as soon as we appeared, i.e. end of session. So I wasn't sure if, so I know it's somewhere else, but as to where, how, why, I know not. And I'd got no idea if Logan intends to run it again or not, so I don't know whether or not it's a spoiler territory or not.
Chris has already done. Like I said, you guys can just
Chris has done it. I have not.
On what?
Where we appeared after we walked.
He didn't go anywhere special either because he also was at end of mission.
Oh, okay. So he doesn't know where it goes to either.
Nobody knows where it goes.
Right.
Because, Chet.
Yeah. So that's all right. So so I wasn't too sure if we'd actually start there.
You can say that out loud if you want, Chris. The recording would love to see that.
All right. I need to go to the lighthouse first.
All right.
Sorry. There's things afoot. Rawr.
Right.
I'm causing Chris real life sad loss. I'm so fucking happy. Oh.
Let's get dressed and we'll head over to the lighthouse.
That's a card for Pete. I was gonna if you guys were like, we go to the lighthouse, I was gonna say cut two, and you guys standing there in your fucking pajamas.
Hey, at least I got my dressing gown on.
Yes, of course, you are a proper gentleman. But you guys change clothes. How do you want to dress? Like basically low, medium, high class is what I'm looking for. I don't need top coat. I don't care.
Yeah, it's tricky because we're in a high place here, whereas the lighthouse is not in a high place.
Correct.
Let me bring up the map.
Yeah, you're going to be, as you can see on the map, and Chris has a strange hatred of these maps for whatever reason. But you're going to be going from here, passing through the town center, passing by the brothel district, and then onto the beach. But yeah, I don't know why Chris doesn't like these maps. They just don't seem to jive with his head.
There we go. Yep. So we have to go via the docks to get there.
For those listening to the podcast, that was Chris doing a vampire type of hiss at the maps.
Similar to what Alex does around electronics.
Yeah, well, no, Alex yells demon.
Yes, but he sometimes hisses.
Oh, he does his? Okay.
Yeah, very occasionally he does a whole hiss like a vampire. Okay.
I figure, like, did you dress medium? Figure that we can at least walk through both,
Well,
even if we don't look like we belong to both.
Yeah,
Medium is clean adventurer type clothing. You know, the sturdy clothing that you guys own, and you do have that. But I believe you guys also have posh type clothing.
yes.
I
No,
don't
I'd
think
wear
it's-
adventure clothing with chainmail on, because fuck this place, just in case.
Yeah, we've got I've got adventure clothing per se as well from
And you guys both have the butcher's mail and stuff. Fine.
butcher's mail, exactly. How are you going for funds in this location?
Hmm?
How are you for funds at this place?
I'm okay.
And do
I have some money.
All right, and do you have a false ID for this place? Do you have an ID for this place? I suppose is a better way of framing it.
No, I don't think so. Not here.
All right, so we'll need to organise that. That's 200 silver from the Dragon Don. We can visit him either on the way or after we visit the lighthouse and get you an ID. Otherwise, it'll cause issue if we get accosted by the law.
Do you want to stop by Dragon Don's first on the way to?
Yep.
Okay.
So on the way, I will
Mhm.
need to explain a couple of things to Doc.
No problem. I will also be having random encounter time on the way, as
Yes.
unlike hacks who fucking have tables and shit, I've already figured out my random encounters. So.
All right. So have you heard of the Lockpick Gang, Doc?
No.
All right. So the Lockpick Gang, for some reason or another's fame has been spreading far and wide. There's towns far outside of this place that have heard of them, or heard of us as such. Anyway, Mildred's the head of the Lockpick Gang. Her name is Fuck. I am the Shotgun Joker. Thank Mildred for that. So you need to come up with a name so that when we go and buy the ID. So yeah, when we go there and they refer to us as the Lockpick Gang and refer to me as Shotgun Joker, that's why.
Tell
And
them
if they
the
ask
new
what-
guy's name. That is hilarious.
Terrible Secret is what the new guy got named by Mildred.
That's actually a pretty awesome name. I like that.
Yeah. So because
Oh.
of this being a post-apocalyptic style thing, those names aren't unusual. So you need to think of an alias that you want. If you wanted to use anything besides Doc. But anyway. Yeah. And thanks to Mildred, some people think I'm the Joker back in Red Carpet Land. So I've got a bad feeling that she's mentioned it to Batman as well. Well, Batman has heard about it from the police. Anyway, yeah, we'll go to Dragon Don, get Doc ID.
On the way there, there's a short, bald, Chinese-looking guy who goes psst as you guys are going through the town center. He looks kind of sweaty, nervous, not a high-class guy. Give me spot hiddens and evidence analysis rolls for for pulling a Sherlock Holmes, basically.
Spot hidden by 80.
Great. Shows you examining his fucking jeans.
Spot hidden in what?
And evidence
analysis.
analysis.
Yeah, and evidence analysis by half. Oh, nice. Very nice.
Half and crit.
Right. This guy is a hungover carpenter who's clutching, it looks like some sort of message in his hand. It looks like one of those folded up papers with a seal on it. Chinese characters and shit. Your prior training at the school points heavily toward Mandarin. and he motions you over.
Yes.
He says, please, he extends the paper toward you. Take this to Dooley.
Where would we find Dooley, and why would we take it to Dooley?
Oh, you could find Dooley. He is at the Out Inn. You are on a quest. Yes, that's it, a quest.
Right.
He
And
extends the paper toward you.
And why don't you take the paper to Dooley?
Oh, I'm very busy
Dooley.
now. Busy.
Uh-huh.
Please, you take.
Where the hell's the Out Inn?
Brothels. The Houses of Negotiable Affection Street.
Okay. Yeah, where the hell? Oh, there we go.
Not far
Out
away.
Inn.
And it's actually on your way toward the docks eventually. I mean, you know.
Is the note he's holding towards us sealed, or is it just something with Mandarin written on it?
It's sealed.
What's it sealed with?
Wax, and then it's got like some sort of stamp that was
Embossing.
made of wax. Embossing, right?
Is the embossing a heraldry symbol, or is it more of
Yes,
a?
you can give me San Angeles Gothic post-apocalyptic heraldry roll. Yes.
Yep.
Nope.
Excellent.
Oops. Hang on a second. Yes. Ooh, one off a crit.
God damn it. It's from one of the triad bosses in the city. You horrible person, you.
So, why do you want us to take a triad message? We're not part of the triad.
No. He turns white when you say triad. You are just helping me out. I built you cabinet. You like cabinet? You can tell he's a carpenter, by the way, because he's got a little bit of sawdust on him, wood, shit like that.
All right, we'll take the message. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. He looks like he's ready to faint in relief. He gives you the message, and he goes, stop by my shop. I make you cabinet. And he stumbles off.
All right. So we can play this two ways, Doc. We can take the message there, or we can give the message to the Dragon Don, since the Triad's probably in opposition to the Dragon Don, and we're sort of in his good books, so he may find this of interest.
Well, if we're going to take it to the Dragon Don, is that what it is?
Yep. I think he's he looks like a shape-changed dragon. That's a human.
Well, if we're going to take it to him, we might as well pop it open and read it, and this guy's probably going to be dead anyway. So
Probably.
It's up to you. I mean, do you want to get in better graces with the Dragon Don, or what?
Yeah, that's exactly the question. I mean, the Dragon Don's someone who's giving us material, so I suppose it's a question of if we want to build up rep with somebody else. Like, having connections with the Triad might be useful as well, depending on what we want to do going forward in this place.
I hold it up to the light. Can you see through it?
No. Although in the little bits you can, definitely written in Mandarin is your guess. It probably says something like, today I memorized explosive runes or something horrible like that.
So, using like a scalpel or something, could I peel it away from the wax, away from the paper, and open it and then reseal it?
It would be super hard to do that. The whole reason for the wax on there is to make it apparent. You're thinking, plus Dragon Don might know if it was unsealed, because he seems like that kind of person. If you could even read into Mandarin.
The language that I speak fluently? Yes. That would be rough.
I forgot. Yes. It's up to you. It would be a there would be some sort of skill rolls in there, probably forgery to get it back into shape. If you're comfortable with your forgery skill, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, forgery is not something I have skill in myself.
There was only one PC that had forgery that I remember, and it was Cheryl. And she had the ultimate I escaped from the PC's character. And then she went insane and used forgery and disguise and acting and was better as an NPC than ever as a PC.
I mean, of course she was.
Ouch.
The other way this could go is that we give it to Dragon Dawn. Dragon Dawn carefully opens it up, reads it, reseals it, and gets us to deliver it. But with the triad not knowing that he knows the contents, depending on what the contents is.
That's a good idea. I like that.